What if the best 70s rock songs never actually became hits? Tonight we're cracking open the secret vault, 12 tracks that rewired rock from the shadows. From a heartbreak hook Big Star wrote in the dark, to Budgie's riff that lit the fuse for metal, to a Thin Lizzy duel that every guitarist still studies, these aren't deep cuts, they're the missing pieces. How many will you know before the chorus hits? Stick with me. By the end, you'll hear the 70s in a brand new way, and you'll walk away with a playlist only real heads share, ready to test your ear. Let's roll. Number 12. Let's start where power pop learned how to ache. September Girls sits at the heart of Big Star's Radio City, chiming guitars, a bittersweet melody, and Alex Chilton writing like he's whispering a diary entry only you can hear. December boys got it bad. December boys. In 1974, radio wanted bigger rock and brighter disco. Big Star were too fragile, too pure, and thanks to distribution chaos, too hard to even find in stores. That's why the song felt lost for years. Oh no, why? How can I deny what's inside? What makes it a hidden gem is the feeling. Teenage longing sharpened by adult regret. Listen for the guitar jangle that launches the verse, the way the chorus lifts without shouting, and the final fade like summer leaving without saying goodbye. December boys got it bad. Later, the Bangles covered it and pushed the melody into the mainstream, but the original still carries the private room glow. When did you first hear Big Star? Through the Bangles cover or the original? Before Blondie turned it into a chart weapon, the Nerves cut the blueprint. 2 minutes of lean nerves, no fat. Songwriter Jack Lee wrote a hook that races like a heart under a fluorescent light. The band barely got a shot. DIY tours, tiny budgets, and a scene shifting under their feet. But this single proves how perfect economy can be. It's all right there. The staccato guitar punches, the urgent vocal, the stop-start tension in the verses bursting into a chorus you can't shake. Blondie's version is iconic. This one is the Nerve ending. Which version hits harder for you? The Nerves' raw original or Blondie's glossy knockout? Welsh power trio Budgie never played to the cheap seats. Bread Fan, the opening blast from Never Turn Your Back on a Friend, is a proto-thrash riff storm with dynamic shifts that feel like gear changes on a mountain road. You can hear why future metal titans became super fans. This is heaviness with brains. The secret sauce is contrast, a speed-chasing main riff, a melodic middle break, then back into the blast. If you know the famous cover, circle back to this to feel the grit, the air in the room, and Burke Shelley's bass roaring beneath. Do you hear early thrash DNA in this, or is it closer to heavy prog for you? Camel were the quiet craftsmen of British prog, melodic, lyrical, and allergic to bloat. Lady Fantasy, the multi-section centerpiece of Mirage, proves it. Andrew Latimer's guitar sings, Peter Barden's keys paint cinemas, and the band moves as one organism. It's intricate but never fussy, emotional but never mushy. Focus on how the themes return and evolve. The final reprise lands like a sunrise you knew was coming, but still stuns you. For rock fans who think prog means endless solos, this is the conversion moment. Composition first, ego second. If you usually avoid prog, did this one change your mind? Gentle Giant were famous for naughty rhythms and medieval harmonies, but Just the Same, which opens freehand, shows their accessible side without dumbing anything down. The hand clap motif, the sideways groove, the vocal layers that click together like clockwork. This is brainy music that still makes your head nod. Listen for the sly syncopations. The band will flip a phrase, then flip it back until your ears recalibrate. When the chorus locks, it feels earned. This is the sound of 5 virtuosic players restraining themselves just enough to hit a common pulse. What grabs you first here, the rhythm trickery or the stacked vocals? Part punk, part power pop, part star-crossed romance. Peter Parrott writes like a poet who's seen too much, and the band surrounds him with a rocket-fueled guitar figure that lifts off every chorus. It's the rare cult classic that feels instantly familiar, even if you've never heard it.
Another girl, another planet, another girl, another planet.
The charm is in the contradictions. Swaggering but fragile, clean but dangerous, sweet but slightly doomed. You can hum it after one listen, but it keeps unfolding with repeat plays.
Who's holding you down? Another planet.
This should have been a massive hit. Instead, it's the secret handshake. Does this live more in your punk or pop playlist, and why? San Francisco band dreaming in British invasion colors, the Flamin' Groovies bottled a glorious jangle. Shake Some Action is their holy grail. 12-string sparkle, tough backbeat, and a melody that arcs like a long coastal road. You can hear the DNA of entire guitar pop scenes that arrived decades later. The production leans timeless, no trendy swirls, just chiming guitars and close-mic'd vocals, so the song never aged out. It's the sound of rock looking back to move forward. If you're a fan of later jangle pop bands, can you trace a line back to this track? Rock bottom on Phenomenon is Michael Schenker's Calling Card, a mid-tempo anthem that explodes into one of 70s hard rock's definitive solo sections. The studio cut is tight. The famous live takes turn the coda into a sky bridge.
Down for you to me. Minutes pass so slowly, Baba.
Melodic sensibility, plus precision firepower. That's the formula. Notice the restraint. Versus keep it cool, the chorus opens the chest, and then the outro becomes a showcase without losing song shape. This balance between singer's melody and guitarist's fireworks made UFO a musician's band and a cult favorite. Studio version or the long live workout? What's your go-to?
He's a night on the tiles of vibes out of hell.
Bill Nelson had glam's glamour and art rock's brains, but he wrote pop. Made in Heaven from Futurama is proof. Sharp guitars, a Sugar Rush hook, and out in under 3 minutes.
In the two-star hotel where breakfast in bed good. Day breaks through the door so broken and torn reborn.
It's glitter you can air guitar to, but the chords move smarter than radio was ready for. Check how the verse sets up the chorus with tension, then the refrain lands like a flashbulb.
It's not easy to live this way. Just
Nelson's lead break is compact and melodic, zero waste, maximum shine. This is how you do sophistication without losing speed. If glam and power pop had a baby, is this it? Australian punks The Saints plugged horns into a snarl and found a new bite. Know your product. From Eternally Yours is both a shout along and a satire of consumer culture. Brass stabs answer guitar slashes. Chris Bailey's vocal rides the groove with a half sneer, half smile. It's a reminder that punk wasn't one sound, it was an attitude. Add stack style muscle to punk minimalism, and you get something that feels classic and rebellious at once. This could have been a bar band staple everywhere. Instead, it's a connoisseur's nod. More bands should put horns in punk. Agree or disagree? Space rock as forward motion brainstorm from Do Re Mi Fa Sol La Ti Do doesn't meander, it motors. A single relentless pulse carries you while guitars, sax, and electronics orbit the beat. It's not a jam, it's a ride. On stage, it's stretched into trance-like eruptions. On record, it's a statement of intent. The beauty is how minimal elements multiply. A riff, a bass engine, a few textures. Suddenly you're traveling. If you've ever wanted to understand why Hawkwind are a cult unto themselves, start here. Do you prefer the tight studio cut or the cosmic live versions? From Jailbreak, Emerald is Thin Lizzy at full power. Phil Lynnett's myth-spun lyric, a galloping rhythm that feels like hooves across wet ground, and twin guitar harmonies that became a language for hard rock and metal. It's Irish history set to electricity, pride, and peril knotted together. What lifts it to number one is the arrangement. Verse and chorus are strong, but the instrumental battle is the legend. Two guitars weaving, answering, then uniting. You can hear entire subgenres take notes. It's a masterclass in how melody makes heaviness hit harder. Which twin guitar team do you think carried Lizzy's torch best in later decades?